everybody, my name is Senkara and welcome back to Crimson Grey. I know we just played it yesterday, but like, I want to go again, I want to get it finished, I want to finish this game today. So if you end up enjoying this video and you've been keeping up with Crimson Grey, then you may as well subscribe, leave a like, join the Discord server, link bottom of the description. Without further ado, let's finish Crimson Grey. On Wednesday, Lizzie wanted to watch another movie, but John suggested that might be too many. Instead, they passed the day quietly, working and chatting and ignoring the fact that he was chained to the table. That's, yeah, fair enough. I would ignore that too. He was feeling better than he thought he could without Paxatine, so his mind shifted to what he could do to improve his situation. Well, that's good. Chatting with Lizzie was pleasant, but it wouldn't resolve their problem. So then what would? But what would he say? Try to leverage the last few friendly days into her letting him go? Just try to make her relax more? Or convince her that he wouldn't leave her? Tough choice, really. Like, would I leave her? I mean, after this, it's pretty like, but it'd be also dangerous to leave her, and she's still a wonderful person, just, you know. Woohoo! So, Lizzie. Okay, ooh. That's... the first one, start a conversation about her interests. But she never seems interested in talking about her interests. John is her only interest. But the other three seem a bit out of nowhere, you know? Like her peers, what peers? Romance? I mean, sure. Morality, that seems like a dangerous choice. She might be all like, John's still, busted, you know, Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say start a conversation about romance? Seems safe, and like it might help her chillax a bit, you know? Yeah, that's what we're trying to do, right, is make her chill, so... You know, earlier you said that you didn't do much for fun before, but I'm sure that's not true. You seem to have spent an awful lot of time imagining us being together, dates and everything else. Yeah, and I liked that. I really liked that. Yes. I've dreamt so many times of our first everything. Oh my. But not just our firsts, the second times will be wonderful too. And we'll get closer and closer together until no one can take us apart. Yay! I don't think I've ever heard you mention marriage though. Oh, of course I want us to get married. But I didn't want to mention it because I've read that can scare away boys. I mean, doing first anything like that can scare away some boys. Not me, but oh yes, I've imagined it so much. We should use one of those old cathedrals, and I can wear a beautiful white dress. And the pictures. We'll have perfect pictures of us on our wedding day that we can keep forever and ever. Who are you imagining attending this wedding? So you're slipping into all the other conversation choices. Does there need to be anyone else? Well, I'm pretty sure you need at least one person there to do the actual marrying, or it doesn't count legally. You also need witnesses too, that's a thing. Yes. I suppose we need to have that person, and someone to take the photos. And it's okay if you want to invite people from your family, I guess. I don't really care about them. Honestly, no. I'm not sure I have anyone who would come. Oh, John, don't feel bad. I don't have any family members to attend either. Well, guess it'll just be an introverted wedding, my favorite. We'll make our own family, won't we? We won't need to care about anyone else. For the rest of the day, Lizzie was floating on a cloud of positive emotions. Excellent, knew it would work. When she gazed at him adoringly, John found himself smiling back. Oof, hard not to, oh dear. I'm going loony in here, aren't I? The next morning, he took his pills with a glass of sweet hydration. As usual. Lizzie waited until he was done, and then gave him a warm smile. Aw, I hope it's helping. You seem happier, John. I feel better than I expected. Pretty good, actually. It was actually strange how good he felt, and it was easier not to think about that at the moment. Instead, he brought up an issue that he'd been thinking about for a while. That reminds me, I've been meaning to ask you. You've run out of Yandere, right? I haven't taken it for days. I destroyed the rest of it the day before our date. Well, shit. You destroyed it? Why? It was useful. It helped me understand, but I wasn't myself while I was taking it. I wish you'd reconsider medication. We can't handle everything ourselves. Sometimes we need help. You don't understand. It's not that simple. Then explain it to me. Yeah, what? I wasn't myself. It was like someone had imprisoned me and took my place. Yeah, I get that. I understand, unfortunately. Imagine if your own medication meant that you could never feel sad again. Just constant manic happiness. That does sound horrible. I'm sorry I made you take it. Don't say that. It was useful. Having things be different for a while made it easier to see how everything fits together. But I couldn't take it any longer than that. I wanted to be myself again. Koitek doesn't want to help people, John. They just want to control them. Concern? The sun's shining in my face. I can't see properly. Let me close the blinds a bit more. Yeet! Anyway, are you just saying that metaphorically? Or do you actually know something about them? No. No? Abby was an addict because of them. I never cared about her, but I saw that what Koitek's drugs did to her. What did they do? They didn't change who she was. She was always horrible. The drugs just made her identity obvious. What do you mean? Not like you, John. You're still so kind even though you're taking that drug. But they won't be satisfied with that. I mean, I did think Koitek was awfully suspicious, like, the moment it was mentioned, but seems like a bit of a twist. Are you seriously saying Koitek is some kind of conspiracy? Yeah, what? Conspiracy? No, I don't think so. They just want money, and they're willing to cut corners to make it. I don't care what they do to anyone else, but you needed to stop taking that drug. You need to see clearly. ... Concern? He almost wanted to believe her. Koitek was a huge company, and those weren't exactly known, and those weren't exactly known for their ethics. Yeah, and I thought, I don't remember why I thought that, but I'm sure, like, Koitek was hella sus. I did not trust them from the get-go, so this is, you know, like, I kind of believe her, but also, it seems like a bit out of nowhere as well. Like, it was well hinted at, but a bit out of nowhere for the story of Lizzie and John. It was plausible that they had been testing some dangerous drug on Lizzie's mother. It had probably been too dangerous for adults, but had a magnified impact on a developing child. Oh, for sure. Did Lizzie see that on some level? Or was she just paranoid about the company? Sometimes she seemed so... And you should stop seeing Mrs. Smith. She's trying to steal you away, I'm sure of it. Yeah, see, we know that's not true. Lizzie, don't be ridiculous. She's 10 years older than me, and the school counselor. I can't trust her. You can't. You shouldn't. Calm down. No one is going to steal me away. She stared at him, as if she desperately wanted to believe his words. A moment later, she gave an odd little half-shrug. Okay. I came in to say I need to run some errands today, so I'll have to leave you alone, okay, John? That is absolutely fine. Don't worry about me. I'll be right here when you come back. Alright, let's get out of here, come on. He left the room and John knew he had a rare opportunity, but he found himself sitting and thinking, why? What are you doing? Why? What? Was it possible that she was right about the Paxatine? True. He hadn't taken it in several days, and after a few low points, he actually felt much better than usual. Yeah. That's a good point as well. The terrible irony of depression medication was that sometimes the drug could make you feel even worse, not better. Maybe the changes he'd attributed to Paxatine were just changes in his life. Probably, I mean, it seemed like it. Like with Lizzie coming and everything. There couldn't be anything to her conspiracy theories, but he could believe that Koitek would push their drug on anyone with depression, even if it had mixed results. Things like that happened all the time, yeah, I definitely believe that. Koitek is suspicious. Abruptly, he resolved that if he made it out of the basement, he'd stop taking Paxotine as an experiment. He could stay on his old meds, see if he did better. He seems to be so far, unless that's just the Stockholm Syndrome talking. He actually showed signs of improvement. Even Mrs. Smith would be happy to let him take older drugs. Oh, if he actually showed signs of improvement. Yeah, true. Regardless for how he needed to take stock of his options, and take some kind of action, while he still had the opportunity and energy for it. Regardless for now, he needed to take stock of his options and... yeah, okay, got it. He felt like he'd spent too much time thinking to make an escape attempt, but maybe he could accomplish something else. Like what? What do you have in mind? What does make something for Lizzie? What does this mean? I don't want to look for weapons. That just seems silly. What happened to the whole screwdriver and tools thing? What happened to my tools? Where are my tools at? Bruh! Like, open the closet, we have tools in there, we're gonna get out. What? I don't want to look for weapons. I think what's happening is that John's losing his marbles. You know, and that's why the option for tools is gone. Damn it. Oh. Alright. If we're losing our marbles anyway, we're gonna go right into the Stockholm. Make something for Lizzie, and maybe this will help us get out. Maybe this will convince her we're okay. Deciding his best bet was to encourage Lizzie's good nature. Yeah, that's what I had in mind. John set to working with the kitchen supplies she'd left nearby him. Excellent. I love that the options I choose, it actually takes the path that I wanted. Unlike with, Our Lovely Escape was just like, I want to say this. Oh, you insulted her. What? I don't know. I don't have any good examples, but you know what I mean. His options without a stove were limited, but he did his best to make her something that looked like a real effort had been put into it. He was no chef, but he thought she would like anything he'd made with his own hands. Oh, she definitely would, don't you worry about that. Strangely, the act of making something for her helped him forget about the fact that he was chained in her basement. Wonderful, that's probably not good, but the situation might be messed up, but perhaps there was a core of something salvageable. I hope? When Lizzie saw his gift, she blushed, then took it away hurriedly. Hurriedly? John blinked, but didn't have time to object. Next time he saw her, though, she was beaming. Excellent, just according to Keikaku. On Friday, John woke up, stretched, yawned, scratched the shackle on his leg, and got up to brush his teeth. It was only while brushing his teeth and staring at the walls of knives that he realized how normal this bizarre situation had become. Yeah, and like, where's the sink? Where are you brushing your teeth? Where's the bathroom? Where's the toilet? Where is everything? What do you want? 1 week ago, Lizzie had been asking him out on a date, and they had gone out like a normal couple. Felt like a lifetime ago. When he heard the basement door open, he didn't even glance up. He knew it would just be Lizzie again. He just rinsed out his mouth and set his toothbrush aside. Rinsed out your mouth with what? There's no bathroom. Good morning. Can you believe it's been a week already? Yep, I was just thinking that actually. Hasn't it been wonderful? We've been together every single day. It's bliss. Great. That's wonderful, sweetie. You know, we haven't done anything that we couldn't have done without the kidnapping. Yep, that's true, but that's the point. What is? She skipped in past him to the wall of knives. Could you not? Lizzie held her arms behind her back as she examined them eagerly. When we were together at school, part of me was afraid we were both pretending. Even when we were alone, I wasn't myself. And you don't think I'm pretending now? I'm not sure if I am or not, but okay! Lizzie chose one knife from the wall, caressing its edge slowly before taking it up. She turned to him, eyes unnaturally bright. Concerned. Very concerned. But like, you thought we might have been pretending at school, but why would this help? What? What is your yeah, I understand her logic actually after thinking about it for more than 2 seconds. Like, she thinks because I should be angry, but I'm not, that means we're doing well, but she doesn't take into account the fact that I could just be pretending to make her happy, to try and get out. Which I don't know if I am or not, to be honest, but it's weird, man. It's weird. A normal boy couldn't have done all those ordinary things with me after seeing the truth. See, that's what she's on. You're saying I'm not normal? That's a compliment, man. What are you talking about? And I wouldn't want you to be. She came closer, knife swaying back and forth as her gaze remained fixated on him. She was close now, close enough that she could have kissed him, or stabbed him. I want you to learn you shouldn't be afraid of me. You know I would never pick up a knife to hurt you, right? Right, of course not. I wanted an answer. An answer to what, exactly? Agree with what am I agreeing to? Wait, what? Did I miss what? Did I miss something? What am I agreeing to? That things are good like this? Kiss her? Disagree. I feel like kissing her might work. Like, that seems like a good option. A safe bet. But it also means I don't say anything, which means I don't have to lie. Which could be seen as that, is what I mean. But I don't know what I'm agreeing or disagreeing to. So I'm gonna save, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm agreeing to. Wait, I can't scroll back like this. Okay. No, I wouldn't pick up a knife to hurt you, right? I wanted an answer. Agree. Yeah, I know that. Obviously. I know that you don't want to hurt me. Right? Good. So, what's the knife for? But you would pick up a knife to hurt other people, wouldn't you? Yes. To protect you, I would do anything. I would kill anyone. Great! That's wonderful. You see? This week has already helped. Before I might not have told you the truth there, and that would have been so horrible. Yeah, I agree and all, like, hey, kill to protect the ones you love, but I feel like I'm down for that, but I feel like your, idea of what I need protecting from is a little more extreme than what I actually need to be protected from. Like, if you killed a guy trying to kill me, then sure, okay, I can vibe that, but if you kill Mrs. Smith, well, that's a little different. You know, that's a bit of an issue. Whoopsie daisy. There you go. You won't reject me because of that, will you? I don't want you to hurt anyone. I know in your head it must seem necessary, but I wish I could make it so you don't have to hold a knife at all. Yeah, I can protect you. I can protect myself. I'm pretty tough, you know. Aw, that's so sweet. But you're too kind, too kind. I should be the one taking care of you. You shouldn't worry about me. Normally it's the other way around, but alright. Maybe you don't have to be down here too much longer. Yes! But will you stay for now, John? Please? Could I at least not stay in the basement? You know, I could stay in your room. On the couch, even. He nodded as if he had a choice, and Lizzie beamed. That day, when she cut vegetables in front of him, her knife seemed to move even faster than usual. Great. And John realized, even if it was crazy to think it, that he really wasn't afraid. I mean, that's good, I guess. Which didn't mean he thought he was actually safe around her, but for now, at least, he didn't think fear was the right response. No, I agree, fear's not the right response. You gotta be calm in this situation. On Saturday, Lizzie announced that she wanted to make a huge meal for both of them on the last day. Aw, how sweet. It's not made out of people, is it? She asked what he wanted to eat. People, I mean, what? Then headed out for shopping trip. As soon as he was sure she was actually gone, John got up and took a deep breath. He didn't have much time before the vacation was over, but what did he want to do? I mean, at this point, you know, it's... why bother? Like, why bother? You should have done that days ago, and you didn't. Like, we're coming out today, I mean... What do you want me to do? Like, sure, I could use the crowbar to escape the shackles, that's what we were doing, right? Try to remove the chain without... But, like, what's the point anymore? We're on the last day, like, presumably tomorrow she's letting us out. Right? Of course, if we stay in any longer than today, then we're getting out. But, like, why risk the danger of getting ourselves out when we're just getting let out tomorrow anyway? Like, what? Seems silly. Just seems silly, so I feel like the, option would be don't try anything, but make something for Lizzie. You know, gotta get on her good side. So I'm gonna do that, make something for Lizzie. Since the previous dish he had made had gone over so well, when Lizzie left, John set out to make her something else. Given his limitations, though, it was hard not to repeat himself. Everything was in its place, including him slumped down in the chair. He could only hope that he had done enough. He waited in silence while Lizzie went about upstairs, putting away what she had bought. Eventually, he heard the door open, and she skipped down the stairs with a smile. "Aw, hello. John, how are you?" "I'm wonderful. I'm going to let you go tomorrow." "I know, that's why I didn't escape. I mean, haha, nothing." "Really? You aren't worried I'll tell someone?" "I am. If you told someone it would hurt me so much. But I can't hold you here forever." "Why would you even suggest that?" "I want to keep you here forever, but I want you to choose to stay with me even more. That would be best." "Yes, it would. Rational thinking. Good. I don't think you had it in you." "I see. You're not happy? After all this, do you really expect my emotions to be simple?" "Do you hate me?" "No, I don't think so." "That is good. But I want more than that." "I know, but you're going to have to wait. You can't rush a relationship by forcing it." Hint, hint. "I know. Next time you can choose to ask me out, okay?" "Okay." "Sounds great. Sounds wonderful." His remaining time in the basement passed easily, almost casually. They didn't speak much about what was coming, and especially not about what had happened. They watched 2 more movies, chatted about simple things, finished up the last of their vacation homework. Vacation homework. And on Sunday, Lizzie appeared in silence and unlocked the chain that kept him bound to the table. He stared at her and wished he could find something to say, but his mouth was too dry to speak. Eventually he left. He thought he might have seen a glimmer of tears in her eyes, but it might have been his imagination. "Ah, we made it! That was pleasant enough." I love this music, it's so sweet. The entire ride back. Ride and what, exactly? Bus, I assume? He tried to think about his experience, but couldn't even begin to grasp everything that had happened. Yeah, fair enough. When John got home, he found his door undamaged. The entire house didn't look so different, as if it had been abandoned for 9 days. Right? There was only a single message on the answering machine. His father saying he was going on a company vacation. Cool. He hadn't even noticed that John was gone. None of his friends had called. He had been taken out of the world and no one had even noticed. Mood. The only person who had cared was Lizzie, but she wasn't there with him now, and there were still too many emotions to sort through with her. John sat down on the couch and simply felt numb. He fell asleep there, an uncertain amount of time later. He slept and did not dream. Okay, cool. In the morning, John felt surprisingly refreshed. Must be the new drugs. He made sure to take the meds that Lizzie had sent with him, since they had seemed to have worked well so far. That's what I was thinking. When he went to school, he would have to ask Mrs. Smith her opinion, because despite the absurdity of it all, they were still going to have to go to school. Why? Jeez, after all this, you gotta go to school, isn't that annoying? Lizzie wasn't waiting for him outside his house, which was probably a good thing, he decided. The walk to school in the crisp air gave him time to focus. Cool. Not that he'd reach any profound conclusions, but by the time he reached school, he at least felt reasonably okay. Good. He didn't spot Lizzie at all, but when he opened his locker, he discovered a folded note in the center. "Good morning, John." Aw, how sweet. Despite himself, John smiled a little. When he looked up, he saw Lizzie around a nearby corner, and she smiled back before vanishing. Yay. I still don't know what to think, to be honest. He drifted through several classes. Today, he wasn't too different from the other students. Since they were all back from vacation and unfocused, none of the teachers tried to make them do very much. Great, love it when that happens. After school, he headed to Mrs. Smith's office. Not entirely sure what he was going to say. After so long away, however, he definitely felt like he could use some counseling. "You think?" "Ah, John, I hope you had a good vacation." "It was okay. You?" "Spent the entire time working, I'm afraid. I actually tried to call you, but it seems you weren't home." "Yeah, I was busy. Sorry." Oh, it's fine. I just hope you haven't lost any of our progress. Why don't you lie down so we can get started right away? Actually, my progress has been rather progressful. Is that a word? Probably not. He got onto the couch, but things didn't go as smoothly as usual. Mrs. Smith was doing her best, but he just couldn't concentrate. It didn't take a genius to know the reason. He needed to decide exactly what he was going to do. If he wanted protection from the police, this would be the best chance to ask for it secretly. Or even if he skipped some details, Mrs. Smith might be able to provide help of some kind. Or maybe he shouldn't tell her anything. It had all worked out for the best, hadn't it? Something on your mind, John? I don't know. I don't think telling her the truth is the ending I want. I don't think hinting that I'm worried about Lizzie is even true. Am I worried about Lizzie? Like, that situation's over, and it went by rather pleasantly, surprisingly. In real life, I probably wouldn't have gotten over it as well as John did, but maybe I would. Maybe it would be so bizarre that I just would, and I wouldn't know what to think. I mean, if it was only a week and it was rather pleasant like that, I mean, I don't really like being chained up, that's not nice, but I don't want to ask for more Paxatine, though, as we discovered that wasn't really good for us. And I don't trust Koitek, and I trust this new drug that we're having. Lie about everything. I don't know, this vacation was weird. I felt okay. Not great, but okay. Were you able to take a trip with your family? A change of scene might have done you some good. Something like that, yeah. Nah, we didn't do anything, but I guess a few things have changed for me lately. Maybe you're right. Maybe. Apparently, Mrs. Smith thought he was doing better because she ended their session early and let him go home. Wonderful. That's good, I think? I don't know what to think about that, to be honest. On his way out, he spotted Lizzie watching him from the shadows. He smiled at her and she smiled back, but that was all. She's waiting for an ask. And for now, that was enough. John started walking. I don't know what to think about that, eh? Like, better's good, in any case, but Stockholm Syndrome's not good. But we're not chained up anymore. I mean, everything's fine now. The school year got away from him a little. Despite everything he'd been through, John found himself returning to something like a routine. He spent some time with Lizzie, but they didn't do anything too intense. Just shorter fun dates. Nothing too romantic. That's good. The sky looked very grey to him, still, but he felt lighter than he had in a long time. Good. On occasion, he still headed to the library to try to look up some more about Koitek, see if he could find out more about Lizzie's condition. It wasn't going terribly well. All he had on was old microfilm and random ideas, which was part of why he brought Lizzie, but she seemed uninterested. Eventually, he sat back and tapped his fingers on the desk, wondering if this was worth continuing. Searching about Lizzie? I don't think it is. I mean, she's nuts. What are you going to do about it? Like, what more is there to say? I don't know. Lizzie, when I was at your house, you made some pretty strong statements about Koitek. Do you know anything about them? No, I'm sorry, John. I can't really help you. It was just a feeling. A strong feeling. I had that feeling too, so fair enough. Not as strong as the sense that you were the one I was looking for, but I'm certain they don't want what's best. Yeah, I can't really argue with that. Sure, but does any corporation? Yeah. No need to be a dick. This is different. After that, though, she couldn't explain herself any further. Seeing she didn't like the topic of conversation, John decided to let it go. It's not like we can learn anything meaningful about them. I mean, we're just a couple of kids. It's not like their secrets will be printed on the local paper. I'm sure she could find out plenty, don't you worry. Well, we can leave it. We have more immediate concerns, don't we? Yes, actually, I had something I've been wanting to ask you. The country fair is coming up next month. Can we go together? Oh, look at her, she's so cute. forgot how cute she can be. It's a little concerning, but I'm still feeling a bit off about her. I don't love her as much after that whole issue. Well, I've always thought it was kind of a cheap event, but maybe it wouldn't be so bad with you. Yay, I'll look forward to it. Yay! It was only later that John remembered something some of his classmates had said. Elementary schoolers went to the fair to play games, middle schoolers went for the roller coasters, and high schoolers went to get a lead. Oh my! Was that what Lizzie had been meaning to imply? Doubtful. Had he just signed up for more than he had realized? I don't think so. But over the next several days, she didn't act differently, and just seemed to look forward to it with innocent anticipation. So it felt awkward to bring up, and the longer he didn't mention it, the stranger it got. And you know your friends are dumbasses, like, they don't know shit. Don't even worry about it. Going for the roller coasters, that's why I would go. And so, day by day, they eventually reached the date of the county fair. Not the country fair, the county fair. I recognize those stairs, that's an anime, isn't it? Isn't it? Is it those same stairs? Let's picture Sakamoto walking up them. Or even Kaneki and what's his face? You know, how they, I don't know. Is that those stairs? I don't know, is this Japan? I don't know nothing. Lizzie met him, I mean, we don't exactly have Japanese names, so it could be anything really, it could just be similar looking stairs. Lizzie met him at the edge of the fair, shifting from foot to foot eagerly. Her face lit up when she saw him, and she immediately hurried to meet him. Aw, how cute. Oh, you're finally here. This is going to be so much fun. Yay. I'm glad to spend time with you, but honestly, I haven't gone to the fair in a few years. Oh, I'm sure we'll have fun. Besides, the important thing is that people will see us together. Right, that's the important thing. What? Dating doesn't really count unless a guy is willing to go to the fair with you. Guys don't talk like that? Nope, we do not talk like that at all. I mean, no, not really. Can't say that we do. No, but I'm happy to be seen with you. Yeah. Yay, let's go see what all they have. What? Let's go see what all they have. Alrighty then, fair enough. I'm not sure that's a grammatical sentence, but I'll allow it. For a while, they just wandered, checking out all the attractions. Since the fair was still getting started up, it was easy to grab some food and cotton candy, which Lizzie happily fed him pieces of while they walked. Aww. Thinking about what being there together meant for her, John realized that he didn't mind. After everything they'd been through, boyfriend and girlfriend felt like cheap words. Yeah, fair enough. He felt like the hardest stretch had to be behind them. He'd even seen Lizzie at her worst, and he would be happy to be with her at her best. Howdy. Oh, is that a knife-throwing booth? Oh boy! ... But we don't have to visit. Come on, let's go this way. I want to visit the knife-throwing booth. Instead, Lizzie directed him toward a high striker booth, whatever that is, I don't know. John kind of marveled at it. He'd seen them in pictures, but he hadn't been sure that they actually existed anymore. What are they? Could you explain it to me? Some classmates he barely recognized were trying their luck at the moment, swinging their hammer high overhead and bringing it down onto the target as hard as they could. So it's one of those, gotcha. None of them had gone to the slider booth more than halfway to the belt. Weak! I've never actually tried one of these. I would love to though. I would like to see how well I do. I reckon I could do pretty good. Hehe, John, try it. Man, is there even any point? I'm going to suck. Oh, but try. Giving in, he inserted his coin. Just lifting the hammer felt almost too heavy for him. But Lizzie was watching, so he couldn't give up. Slam it down, boy! John brought the hammer down as best he could. It felt like a strong blow, but the slider barely moved up a quarter of the distance. Some of his watching classmates laughed. Ha ha ha, see, I'm pathetic. No, you just haven't learned how to use your strength. Here, let me help you. She slid up behind him, wrapping her arms around his, and changing his grip on the hammer. She knows what's up. With her body so close against his, the watching classmates stopped laughing. Ha! Got him! That's awesome. See, you need to throw your body into it. So set your feet like this, shift your hips a little. She really knows what's up. She's talking about stances and shit. Good on you, Lizzie. My kind of girl. He felt like a doll. He felt a little like a doll, being moved by her like that. But the pose she put him into did feel better. More of his body would be behind the swing now. Good, good. Now try again. She backed away and John took a deep breath. If he sucked again, he was going to feel absolutely worthless. But no, he couldn't let himself think like that. Instead, he brought the hammer down as hard as he could. To his surprise, he actually made it most of the way up. Legend! See, it's all about technique. It didn't ring the bell, but it was better than he'd seen anyone else do. My man, see? Good job! She seemed absolutely elated, even just with his mildly improved performance. But despite himself, John found that his mood was improved. They walked away together, ignoring the watches entirely. I'm surprised you know so much about this kind of thing. Oh, hammers are interesting. They're just very, very messy. Right! Haha, I should have known better than to ask. Ha 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 ha. There was a moment of hesitation in her eyes, but she saw his smile and returned it. Oh, yay. At another booth, Lizzie managed to toss every single ring into the furthest pin. A legend. That won her a giant stuffed bear, which she laughed at and gave him to hold. For a while, he was having a great time, but then, still carrying the bear, he heard an unpleasant snicker. Oh hell, it's his friends, isn't it? Are you fucking serious? You two came here to play around with stuffed animals? Yeah, what the hell did you come here to do? It's not like any of you are here with any girl. You're certainly not getting laid with that attitude, let me tell you. One of his classmates was there with his girlfriend, pawing at her chest while she giggled and swatted at his hands. Ugh. They both glared at John and Lizzie holding hands. Okay, maybe he is gonna get laid, but... Oh, why would you want to get... Ugh, these guys seem like douchebags. Well, it's like, I wouldn't even give them the time of day. I would just be like, I wouldn't even say anything. I would just be like, what the f... Okay. Why? I mean, what are you, 12? You sound more 12 to me, to be honest. What? Once taunts might have bothered him, but now John didn't care. Good. You shouldn't, like, 12 is, like, so dumb. John didn't care. He didn't even have any desire to prove that his friend was wrong. Like, what? They're children. Honestly, acting like children. It's hilarious to be honest. Like, I can't. It's actually funny. When he thought about everything he had been through with Lizzie, he felt her squeeze his hand. He just didn't care. Come on, let's ditch these losers. Oh, let's ditch these losers, spoken like a true child. His classmate's girlfriend led them away, and John didn't really care about that either. When he gave Lizzie a smile, though she seemed a little irked. You can just ignore them, you know. Yes, but that won't be satisfying. Come on, this way. I like the look in your eye. It's not sinister, but it's like, you know, we're gonna get them. She dragged him into a narrow alleyway between two stalls. I can't get over that look in her eyes. She looks good. A little ways down, there was a closed-off space in between several of the temporary stalls. Oh my. Surrounded on three sides, the sounds of the fair seemed softer, and he became very aware of how alone they were as Lizzie slid off her jacket. Oh! You want to do something not childish at all? Oh! Oh, that's a bit saucy. Yes, I think I do. Do I? Oh man! I know I can be a difficult girlfriend sometimes, but I want to show you that I can be nice too. You are nice. He leaned back against the wall, needing a moment to catch his breath. Lizzie seemed to have no trouble fixing her shirt and then rising to give him a hug. What the hell did you guys do? Do I even want to know? Oh man. Oh man, how's this getting back at him? It's not like they saw. What? I don't, like... I mean, it's great and all, I guess. Yay, but like... You're not even married. You're like a good Christian boy, man. This is a Christian fair. Oh, can't have any of that. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Anyway, I don't know. That's just what did we do? She's fixing her shirt. Okay, and gave him a hug and rising. Where was she? What happened? Wow, that felt amazing. Oh boy. Good, I liked it too. We can do more of this sometime. Great! The cold air forced him to step away from her soon and zip up his pants, so we were, you know, still, he felt warm. It's not just in a sexual way. Well, that's a great sign, actually. That's good. Soon they headed back out of the alley. John felt like everyone must have noticed, but no one even looked at them. Well, what was the bloody point then? Actually, things outside seemed different. He frowned and glanced at Lizzie, who paused for a moment, then nodded. What? Is something wrong? The sounds in the distance aren't normal. There's too much tension. Aliens? 2020 struck again. As soon as she said it, he realized that she was right. It didn't sound like people talking and having fun. They were upset about something. Without needing to discuss it, they headed toward the source of the commotion. Soon they arrived at a densely packed group of people cluttered around a line of police tape. Nani? He could see a few cops moving within it, and spinning lights lit the entire scene in strange colors, but he couldn't tell what had happened. Lizzie shook her head, muttering something to herself. Not sure how to help her, John found a familiar face in the crowd and tapped her shoulder. Hey, what's going on? Oh, it's horrible. Someone from our school was killed. Well, it couldn't have been Lizzie. She was with me. Who? His face was taken off entirely. What the freak? They're still trying to identify him. Jeez, oh shit. Do they know who did it? No. They say it. I can't believe it. But they said it was some girl from our school. Yeah, but Lizzie was with us. She stabbed 2 of the police officers, like, with a knife. They had to be rushed to the hospital. Okay, but Lizzie was with me. Whoa, what about her? They shot her. Seriously. Okay, so Lizzie's not shot, so it's fine. But Lizzie seemed like she knew what happened. Or something. Or at least that's what I heard. I just got here in time to see the body before they covered it up. But I didn't see the violent part. Damn, we missed out. Let's see. He wanted to back away in any case, but Lizzie was tugging on his arm. John nodded a quick goodbye and let her drag him away from the crowd. John? Lizzie, do you know something about this? You know it wasn't me, right? You trust me, don't you? Well, obviously, you're not shot. You were with me when it happened. Like, you're fine. Don't worry. I'm not worried about that. You were with me the entire time, see? But do you know something? There was another girl. Not like me, but similar. Oh, goody. In our school, really? Her mother knew Abby. They got kicked out of Koi Tech program together. For the same reason? Being pregnant? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So everyone who was pregnant, or who was in the womb while their parents were taking Koi Tech drugs are messed up? That's like Koi Tech needs to be shut down, mate. That's serious business. I never liked her. We never really spoke, but I think she could have been capable of this. Then what do we do? I think we should go. Stay far away from this. I'm not arguing with you there. Okay. Bit weird. She went with him to his door, and he kissed her goodnight, but they both knew that things hadn't been entirely settled, not yet. He tried to watch the news, but it was all meaningless speculation about what could have caused the girl to murder her boyfriend so brutally. Oh, it was a boyfriend. He had to turn it off after only a few minutes. Though there were still more questions, when he went to bed, he found they slipped away from him. Instead, he thought about Lizzie's happy face during their date, and he fell asleep smiling. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's good, I think. The next morning, John woke feeling the best he'd felt in a long time. He had to remind himself that most people would be mourning over the two murders the night before. There were 2 murders? Oh yeah, that girl died. That one. Okay, what am my thought? What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I thought this was ending soon, but it seems like things have just begun, so what's the deal? What is the deal with airline? The school had the flag at half-mast, of course, and the class was cancelled, so they could have a special assembly about the incident. It meant basically nothing to him, and to most of the other students as well. Yeah, fair enough, actually. Me too. Seemed to have shaken everyone else to the core, but John still felt good. Maybe that meant something was wrong with him, but he didn't really care. I mean, not really. Did you care about the guy? Like, To me, maybe that just means something's wrong with me too. But like, if that happened, and I didn't know or care about this person, I probably didn't even like him. Like, this guy died, probably didn't even like him though. I'd be like, huh, rip. I mean, I probably wouldn't be, I wouldn't be happy about it, but I'm not saying John is happy about it. He's just happy because Lizzie, yay. But like, would I care? Probably not, to be honest. If I didn't care about the person, obviously, if it was someone I knew, I would definitely care. But like, meh. Face carved off though, that's a bit intense. Little spooky, but the girl who did it has been shot, so whatever. He felt like he and Lizzie were even closer than before. But when she arrived, there was a strange look on her face. You alright, Lizzie? John, something is wrong. Someone wants to take you away from me. This again? Are you sure? Like, are you sure about that? Lizzie, are you feeling well? Please, we need to run away together or we won't have another chance. What are you talking about exactly? Why? What? It seemed like she had become more unstable and what she was saying must be her paranoia. Yet she seemed strangely intense about the whole thing. Just run away? How would that even work? I've made plans. We could do it, I'm sure. As serious as she sounded, perhaps this was necessary for her to stay stable. But doing something that wild out of nowhere, after everything that had happened to them, would that just make her even worse? She's clearly being paranoid, right? Like, no one's trying to take me away. I'm sure no one's trying to take me away. Why? Would running away actually be good? Maybe she just needs to get away after what happened. I mean, that would be fair enough, to be honest. And that would be okay if that's how she worded it, but she didn't. She said, someone's trying to take you away from me. We need to run away because people are trying to come for you. I don't know. That seems so weird. It doesn't seem right. But staying seems like a bad idea. She might kidnap me again, so I'm gonna run away together. I think that sounds like leading to a happy ending, if I'm perfectly honest. Where would we go? Won't that just attract attention? No, I'm prepared. We can say the murder made us want to transfer, then go away to live safe from all this. Yeah, if you worded it like that in the first place, then if you say so, then I trust you. Okay, then we need to get away from here. Far, far away. Transferring, to be honest, seems like it would be good for us because we know people here and they're all assholes, but people don't know her, people don't know me, or John, at this other school, so it might be a good idea, to be honest, a fresh start. That's how I'm thinking, that's how I see it anyway. That very day, Lizzie arranged everything, pulling him out of school and apparently faking the permission slips. She seemed in earnest, madly jealous, as if a woman would sweep in at any moment and take him away. Well, that's never gonna happen, it'd be silly. John went along with her in a daze, shocked by how fast it happened. Lizzie told him to say the murder had shaken him up too much. Wouldn't let him see anyone, even Mrs. Smith. Well, fair enough. I was wondering about that, because Mrs. Smith would be like, John, no, what are you doing? Which then makes me think that this isn't such a good idea. Too late now, though. Other students were also shell-shocked, so it didn't raise too much attention. True. But when they left town in a car with supplies Lizzie had prepared, John almost felt like someone was following them. Was Lizzie's paranoia just rubbing off on him? Not another one. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. He told himself it had to be that, because eventually the feeling vanished. They moved away, finished school, found new lives. A few years afterwards, John wondered about that moment. Had he made the right choice to support Lizzie? Or had he just encouraged unnecessary paranoia? Maybe it didn't matter at all, yet somehow he couldn't make himself believe that. Perhaps in another life, things could have gone differently. Occasionally, he wondered why Lizzie still seemed so nervous about the entire thing. When he asked, she just told him that it didn't matter anymore. They were safe. Look at her! Oh my goodness! That's the prettiest I've ever seen her. She actually looks beautiful. Oh my gosh. That's... like, look at her. Oh my, she's so freaking... Wow! Didn't see that one coming. Cool, like she was pretty before, but this is completely different. As the years passed, she began to calm down. Oh good. She still had days where she needed him to hold her tight, just like he had days where he needed her support. Despite everything, they were a normal couple. Yay! After they were married... We don't get to see the wedding, are you joshing me? Come on! Lizzie softened again. His co-workers told him he was lucky to have such a beautiful, devoted wife. And he was. Yeah, hell yeah. I love happy endings with yanderes. It just goes to show how terrific they really are. He just had to pretend that he was the one with the enormous collection of knives. Hey, collecting knives is a fair enough hobby, you know? I like knives too. Wow. Oh, that's so sweet. There's another path. A nunny. Achievement unlocked. Happiness? Yo! Did I get the good ending? There is another path. Okay, cool. Yo! That was... Okay, I'm not a fan of the sinister music when I'm trying to do this outro, but I suppose the music will change my outro music anyway, but... That was Crimson Grey. Oh boy. I really like that. I really like that. Thank you for the suggestion. And I like that ending. I love happy yandere endings. Those are like... They're always so good, because yanderes are just like it said, perfect wife. Devoted. And if you can actually be happy with them, then it would be great. I always say my biggest issue with yanderes is that all of my friends are female, so it wouldn't really work. But if it did, and it would end up like that, I mean, that seemed really nice. That seemed awesome. Happiness together. I don't know. Was that the best ending? The achievement I got was happiness, so, you know, that sounds promising. But was it the best? Do I have to do it again to find a different ending? Should I have said to stay? I feel like leaving was good for them, though. I don't think they could have achieved that so well if they had stayed. Because it seemed like someone was following them or something. I'm curious who. But it could have been anyone. And staying in the town with Koitik also seems dodgy. And with all their pathetic, horrible friends and people at that school that knew them and judged them, you know, that would have made things hard. But moving away like that, you know, would have helped with all of that. Would have fixed all of those problems, so, you know, she may have been a bit paranoid, but hey, we were happy and got married and everything, and it was so sweet. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I really like this. Crimson Grey, 10 out of 10. Would play again. I don't know, but hey, if you want to see another ending, be sure to let me know. If I get enough requests for it, then I'll do another ending, otherwise we'll just drop it. But hey, let me know what you thought of this ending down in the comments. Let me know what ending you got, if you got the same one or not, during your first try at least. Let me know. Let me know if you've seen this ending before as well, and again, let me know what you thought. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more content like this if you enjoy my beautiful manly voice. I don't know what I'm saying. Then please subscribe, join the Discord, so link in the bottom of the description, and I guess my name has been Senkara, and until next time, see ya!